Hello, welcome to this week's episode. Before we jump in, I need to let you know that the first 15 minutes of this episode are not going to be the kindest on your ears. Please do stay tuned. Our audio didn't record properly for some reason, most likely my fault, but the audio does get much better. We've got a great guest, so just bear with us for 15 minutes and then we'll be back to the succulent sound of the gorgeous sounding microphones. That's all. Here's this week's episode.
Hello and welcome to episode 22 of the Parenting Tools podcast with me, Jordan.
And me, Jason. This is the podcast where two parenting tools talk about the relentless chaos.
No.
No. What is it? Hilarious beauty.
Hilarious, I don't know.
Hilarious, whatever it is. Welcome to the pod.
Oh, amazing. Jason, how are you? How are you this week? This week's a guest episode.
It is a guest episode, and what a guest it is.
What a guest. And we've got the first non-parent.
Another first.
Another first. So we've got Dan Hudson joining us today, who is expecting a baby. Well, by the time this comes out,
The baby will be here.
baby will be here.
Yeah.
We recorded this with his phone in front of him on loud.
Kind of hoping that it would go off just for content.
Do you remember that, like, nervous anytime? Oh, no, you wouldn't do, of course.
Yeah, not a clue, because obviously, for those that are new, my daughter came 12 weeks early, and so we didn't even have half the stuff you're supposed to buy.
No. I remember, like, getting to, like, 1 week, even 2 weeks out from due date, and just being a little bit nervous playing football, like having my phone in the goal and saying to the keeper, like, my phone is on loud.
Yeah.
If it rings, you tell me.
Because that's the thing, because I never experienced any of that. Is it literally like you're expecting any moment to be called away from anything? Like, is it on your mind every time you plan to do something when you're at work? Is it always there?
Yeah, it was for me.
Literally just like at any moment, I could be gone.
Yeah, and like my wife phoned me one day, just saying like, oh, if you're out, can you pick something up? I'm like, do not do that. Text me. Only phone me. At this point, only phone me if you're going into labour. But I remember just, I would joke with her and say, like, anytime she had an ache or a pain, I'd say, oh, is it happening? And she would be like, got to the point where she'd say, like, stop asking me that.
Yeah.
And then she woke up in the middle of the night one day and I said, oh, is it happening? She went, I think it is. And I was just like, oh no. Like, I've asked this question so much, and this is the first time I've got that answer.
Wow.
And at that point, I'm expecting to have a baby in a few minutes. Like 2 days later, we're still... It can be long, it can obviously, the length varies, but I just remember just being nervous, like whenever the phone rang.
Wow.
But yeah,
It's completely mad.
fast forward 3 years, and something has happened that I'm really proud of.
Oh,
I've got my little boy into...
it took 3 years.
Yeah, I've got my little boy into Lion King.
Oh, that is big. And we watched the whole thing.
Yeah. And now he asks to watch The Lion King.
Ah, you have reached the peak.
It is.
Parenting.
Yeah, it's a good film.
It's a great film.
And it had me thinking this. What is your Disney top 3? Because Lion King's obviously in it. No.
Arguably not for me.
Behave.
Yeah. Are we talking about for me or for the kids?
For you personally. And this could be a mix of nostalgia, so the ones that you watched when you were younger,
Yeah.
or the ones that you're happy to watch now.
Disney, Pixar, any anime, anything we...
Disney Pixar. Let's link
Pixar.
them in. Link them both.
Tangled's up there.
Tangled.
Yeah.
Really?
Honestly. I went for a phase when I was about 19. That was one of my favourite movies.
Before kids.
Before kids.
Amazing.
Yeah. I think me and them were already dating as well. Loved it.
It is, to be fair, the song, I Have a Dream. It's a tune.
Again, it's savage when you look at it through a parent's eyes, but it's a good film.
Yep.
Have you thought about this? Have you got like a solid top 3?
Yes, I've thought about this.
Come on, then. So Lion King, where's that?
Number 1.
Number 1.
Lion King is
So your
top.
all-time favourite Disney Pixar movie or Disney movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it got to the bit.
Yeah.
It got to the bit.
Yeah.
Stampede in the Gorge.
Yeah.
And I said to him, what's happened? He went, oh no, Simba's daddy's died. And then a few days later, he said, Daddy, in Lion King, they say, and he went silent. I thought he's going to say Hakuna Matata, isn't he? He was trying to think of what it is. You know, they say Simba's dad is dead, and it's really sad, especially for Simba. And I was just like, oh my word! As a father, I was like, it hit me differently watching Lion King with my little boy.
Yeah. So that's one of the things that I'm super aware of watching like Disney movies with your children. They're real deep. Like as a kid, you don't. Oh, well, especially I wasn't that switched on, so I just thought it was all lovely. But like, oh man, they're quite emotional.
Lion King hits differently when you're a parent. I'm telling you.
Oh, I can't. So you got Lion King. What's next?
Lion King. I'm between Toy Story or Monsters Inc. Monsters University is superb.
Ah, see, I loved Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
Monsters University was a grower.
So it's between those two: Toy Story, Monsters,
okay,
and
so
Monsters
that's your top three.
That's my top 3/4.
They are solid choices.
Wild card.
Oh,
Cars 2.
What happens in Cars 2?
It's kind of like a secret mission, secret agent-y kind of
yeah, I remember now.
film. And Michael Caine is an Aston Martin. So yeah, it's really Cars 2. If you've not watched it yet, go check it out.
There's so many like good Disney films though, especially if you're going all the way back to Lion King. Have you seen the remake or the live action one? It's a bit weird, wasn't it?
Not as good.
It's a bit weird.
Yeah, not as good. But like Lion King as a standalone film is. I think it's in the IMDb top 20.
Oh yeah, it broke so many records.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty certain it's up there.
Oh, with a Shawshank Redemption. It's number one.
It is, yeah. So your top 3 is Tangled. I did not see Tangled come in there.
Tangled's on a 3rd place now. Okay. It's in a solid 3. I loved.
It's on the podium.
I actually really enjoyed Toy Story 3.
Oh, with Lotso.
Yeah.
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 Have you ever sniffed a Lotso?
A new one? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Not an old one.
I used to go into the Disney shop when they were still around and sniff Lotso.
That's such a weird question.
It's true.
And I think I'm spoilt for choice. That's the problem with I'm too hesitant.
Have you got more choice than the rest of us?
I'm too hesitant to put one at the top spot because I like quite a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like Monsters Inc.'s a great shout. But that's one of the things I cannot wait until my daughter wants to sit down and watch a Pixar or a Disney movie because I quite happily enjoy that as well. At the moment, all the stuff she watches, apart from Bluey, I can't stand.
Yeah.
Or I can watch 5 minutes and then I'm done.
Yeah. But you can't enjoy it.
No. Whereas as soon as we get onto movies, come on.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the time of when she's a bit older as well, when I can walk her through some of my favourite movies.
Yeah.
Like The Dark Knight.
Daddy, can we watch Cocomelon? What about The Matrix?
Lord of the Rings.
What I like to do now is a Friday film night. And that is really cool, especially now we're starting to get to those films that are quite tolerable and enjoyable.
And that's one of the things about parenting I'm so looking forward to. Even when like she's older and like a teenager, like family film night.
Yeah.
Get the popcorn in.
Popcorn, no. So, right.
Oh, what?
I love popcorn. I'm not debating that. But with toddlers...
I'm talking about teenagers when they're older.
Goes everywhere.
Oh, I discovered apparently popcorn's really quite dangerous for young kids.
Yeah, for little ones it is, yeah.
Yeah, I only discovered that the other week.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a certain... I don't know what the age is, but you've got to be careful with them.
Well, that's just tainted that dream that I had.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be hoovering it up anyway. Picking it up.
John, I've got a question for you and for the listeners.
I've just seen it.
Yeah.
You put it on the notes.
So this week, and now this episode's coming out later than planned. We've just had the bonfire night.
Yeah.
So the 6th or 7th of November we are. Is it too early for Christmas decorations?
Yep.
Straight away, yes.
We are currently on TikTok live. Shout out to TikTok.
Yeah.
Is it too early to have your Christmas tree up?
I'm going to put an argument here of I think it's officially Christmas season. after bonfire night.
Really?
And we went, put our Christmas tree straight up yesterday.
Yeah.
Buble was on. It did feel a bit early.
It's beginning to sound a lot like Christmas.
But now it does feel magical.
Well, it's too early.
So I did a poll on Instagram. 54% of people agreed with me that it's not too early.
It is. Well, 54% of people are wrong.
What was really interesting is, so we had a few questions.
It's like Brexit all over again.
So I put a little video of my daughter, my 2.5-year-old, putting a bauble on the tree. And one of the questions that I got was, what's the plan here then? What's the strategy? And our strategy was, wait until she goes to bed, redecorate the whole thing.
My question is, what's the strategy with her asking about the big fella and presents?
Oh, we've not even gone there yet. I'm so torn. I don't know what to do.
Mindful that people might be listening to this in the car with their kids.
Yeah.
So don't want to raise any curtains.
Oh, that's a great warning there.
But
Mr. Klaus
yeah.
and his delivery system.
Yeah. Royal Mail.
Yeah.
North Mail. So yeah, see, if I had a Christmas tree up, my little boy would be going, so he'd be coming down every morning.
Oh, waiting for him to be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he, do you know when they say, are we nearly there yet? 5 minutes into a car journey.
Yes.
I think if I had my Christmas tree up now, I'd be like, is it Christmas now? Is it Christmas now?
Got you. See, I think our daughter doesn't fully understand Christmas.
Yeah.
This will be the year that we set the precedent for next year.
Mm.
And so she's just happy that the Christmas tree is up and it's got lights. I don't know what to do about how big or how small to go with Mr. Klaus's arrival.
Do you know what? Because before kids, I wasn't excited about Christmas being an adult. I know that some adults love it, don't they? But I'm just like, it's Christmas. It's a day off work.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
Great, yeah.
It's some time off.
Get some presents?
Yeah, it's some time off. I'm not even fussed about the presents. I'm just I'm in it for the TV and the Lions. But now I've got children. Christmas is exciting again.
Yeah.
And it's becoming very lovable. And now I'm at the point where my little boy will see a present or he'll see something that he likes, and adverts are really annoying all of a sudden. He's like, can I have that for Christmas? And it's can Santa bring me that? And it's exciting again.
I love it.
It's really nice. But at the same time, it's expensive, man.
And that's actually one of the saving graces right now. Oh no, you have to ask for that for Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to stop my expenditure right now.
If you're good, we'll put the heating on for an hour.
It's so true.
Yeah.
I would love to hear anyone's comments, strategies. I imagine people are organised when it comes to Christmas. And even when it comes down to the big night, what's the approach?
Yeah.
This is my first Christmas with a child who vaguely is aware that it's Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, how exciting.
Yeah, but there's also a lot of pressure.
Are you going to do the thing of matching pyjamas?
Oh, yeah.
You wear the same pyjamas as your wife.
So this is one of the things that before I had kids, I thought, no chance.
Mm.
Not going to do it at all. And then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then that was our first Christmas together as a family with the three of us. And I just went, I don't care anymore. I just want to make memories. So we have a rule now. You have to buy not the cool looking ones. You have to find the most garish family pajamas. So we were looking literally last week and I found a really, really nice. They look pretty cool. And the rule's no, they're too nice.
I found, scrolling through social media over the years, there are two types of dad.
Yeah.
There are the pyjama wearing dads, and there's me. And the non-pyjama wearing dads, I haven't done it. I haven't done the matching pyjamas.
See, it's for me, I only literally wear them on Christmas morning.
Yeah.
I hate wearing pyjamas.
Me too.
So it's
until this week now it's freezing and it's so expensive.
That's true.
That's true. Suddenly wearing clothes.
You can get matching Christmas onesies, or not even that, just pyjama hoodies.
Yeah.
So that's a consideration.
Slanket.
That's those
Snuggie.
hood blanket.
Yeah. Amazing. I think if it got to the point where my kids were like, Daddy, will you wear the same as us? I think I'd have to have a think about it.
See, I'm more of the opinion now as I will do it until my kids go, don't do that. It's weird, Dad.
Leave it out.
Yeah. So I'm getting it in.
Do it before it becomes not cool.
Yeah.
Before you're that embarrassing dad.
Yeah, I'm all up for being an embarrassing dad at this stage. I love it.
Oh, smashing. Should we speak to Dan?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's dive in. If you want to let us know your Christmas traditions,
Yes.
your Disney Pixar top 3.
That's an important one.
Pixar.
Yeah.
Let us know at Parenting Tools Pod on Instagram and TikTok, or
If you want to send us an email at parentingtoolspod@gmail.com. No, I forgot it then. Hard to think.
it's not like us to forget our own stuff.
Anyway, here's Dan.
Here's Dan.
Well, Dan, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's good to have you.
It is good to have you. He's not lying.
It's
Sarky.
It's brilliant to have you. So, Dan, you're a unique guest
Am I?
to the Parenting Tools podcast
Come on.
because you are not a parent.
I'm not a parent.
So
Not
why
yet.
are you here?
I don't know. You invited me.
So you are expecting
We are.
any time.
Anytime now. It could happen like in the next 20 minutes. Who knows?
Really
so-
that soon?
it could literally happen.
Well, it could. I mean, the due date is the 16th. So next week.
What's the day today?
I mean, what is the date today? I don't know.
5th? 6th?
7th.
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 You'll get used to that, mate.
Yeah. But we have got an appointment booked in for my wife Maddie to be induced.
Ooh.
So that's happening this coming Saturday. So we've just recently heard about that.
Wow.
So yeah. So we're expecting it to happen at any time, but we know we're definitely going in. We know it's definitely happening. So,
your phone is on loud right
it
now.
is on loud. It needs to be on loud.
Keep it.
So,
If you have to dip out, I can just... we'll continue the interview and I'll just pretend to be you.
okay.
So, Dan, we've kind of skipped ahead a little bit, but
Yeah.
for the listeners who don't know who you are,
Yeah.
tell us, who are you? What do you do?
My name is Dan. I'm 29 and I'm a minister in training. I'm soon to be an official reverend, a bit like yourself. And so, yeah, I've been training at Derby City Church for about 5 years because I did a degree in sport. So, like, the college didn't really accept a sports degree into the ministry. I don't know why, but so I had to do a bit of theology training around the Christian faith, and just been training at Derby City Church. And by next June, hopefully ordained in the Elim movement. So
Wow. And so the child you're expecting is your first
child,
First time.
first time, yeah. So it's all new, all very new, and yeah.
So,
looking forward to it.
very broad question. How are you feeling about it all?
I feel quite chilled. I mean, I'm quite a chill guy anyway, but
Yeah.
when anything new actually happens in my life, like, it only actually hits me when it, actually happens. So, like,
Yeah.
when I went to uni, for example, like, that journey down there with my family was like, I'm just going to uni. But then when my parents and my sister left and I was there in my room on my own, I was like, whoa, I'm at uni. So, like, I know we're having a baby. I know it's happening, but it's one of those things I think it'll really, like, hit me until, like, she's actually here.
Oh,
She?
it will.
Oh,
Do you want to read me that bit?
no, it's fine. We're happy to tell people. No, it's cool. Yeah. It's a she. It's a she,
having a
everyone.
girl.
Amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
amazing.
So we are buzzing. Yeah. We're,
And
like,
it
so
will
excited.
definitely hit you.
Yeah.
When they
Yeah,
do.
I know it will. I mean, everyone keeps saying it's going to change your world. It's going to change your life and all that kind of stuff. And that's all I hear. And I know. I do know it's good. I do know that, but I'll really know until she comes, I think. So,
wow.
but we're buzzing. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. And
Thank
I always
you.
think, like, when people say, oh, I'm expecting, and it's the first time parent that doesn't know what's coming,
Yeah.
and it's all new, I'm always just so happy for them because it literally is the best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
amazing.
so exciting as well.
Yeah.
And especially like the first bit, I know it's quite hectic and there's loads of stuff getting used to having a child and all. It's carnage, but at the same time, like you have moments where you're like, this is incredible.
Yeah.
And those moments might be few and far between.
Yeah.
They might be every day.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things that's just, it is really exciting. Really incredible. You probably won't get a lot of sleep.
Yeah, I've been told that a lot as well. So
There's nothing quite like it, is there?
I'm getting as much nap time in right now.
Do it. Store it up.
They kind of lull you into a false sense of security because at the beginning they sleep all the time
Yeah.
and then they swiftly change.
They don't stay small enough for long enough. They don't stay that newborn.
Yeah, and people have said like to us as well, like, and you guys probably would say the same. Is take every single moment, you know, of like embrace each moment, you know, when the newborn, and because they just change so
Yeah,
quickly,
yeah.
they grow up so fast, as you boys would know as well. So
Yeah, they do.
He's like, well, just slow down for me a little bit.
So Dan, I've got a question because you're having a girl.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like when you found that out?
So like, me and my wife Madeline, we didn't really discuss much of like, so what do you like? What is it you really want? You know, and we're like, we'll be happy with whatever. You know, just to have a baby is amazing. You know, and then we went for the 20-week scan, and I think Maddie, just something within her thought would be having a boy. She just felt like we were having a boy, and to be honest, I just went with her. Okay, we're having a boy. That's what she felt, but we wanted to know what we were having, and ran out with a girl, and honestly, I was buzzing.
Yeah.
I was really buzzing. There was something, I think we found out actually when we came out of the hospital. Like, actually, we were really excited to have we were quite surprised, but a good excitement about it. So buzzing.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know, like, because you've got a boy and a girl, so like I think in my mind I was like, I'm having a girl, I'm not going to take my eyes off her. You know what I mean? Like, just kind of protective mode. If we're having a boy, then you'd be all right. I don't know, it could be changed, but that was just my mindset. But like, just knowing that we're having a girl, it's like, well, like, absolutely over the moon. But I know I won't want to take my eyes off her, I think. So yeah, buzzing.
Were you like that when you found out? Did you find out you're having a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We found out, and yeah, it was. I didn't really have a preference.
No.
Yeah, like I said, baby's great.
Yeah.
I'll have whatever comes. But I imagine it's different feelings.
Yeah.
I am absolutely besotted with my daughter.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd be besotted with the son as well.
Absolutely.
But there's definitely a part of me as a man and a father that's like the protective nature,
Absolutely.
which will probably take longer to wear off than if it was a boy. But again, there's both sides of it, isn't there?
Yeah,
Just,
absolutely.
amazing. But we tried really hard not to like buy like loads of pink stuff and all that. We tried to buy loads of neutral stuff, and then as soon as she had preferences, her favourite colours, like she just wanted pink everything. It's a waste of time. And it's like when we're choosing toys, I'm like, oh, why don't you choose like the typical, more like seen as boy toys? I'm like, oh, use these, and she's like, straight to the cup of tea, like the little teapots, and then like, oh.
The prams. We're the same. So we've got so our kids have the same toys out, and our little girl's playing with the push chairs and the dolls. Little boy's just making towers and pushing them down. So it's funny how you don't push those preferences on them, but they've naturally gone down the stereotypical boy toys, girl toys, and all that.
So this is one of the things that I would never like bat an eyelid if my daughter wanted to play with what would be seen as more typical boy toys. Like I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a little bit more harmful when we like categorize them and go, oh, you can't play with that because it's a girl's toy or boy's toy.
Yeah.
It just is funny, isn't it? How that's the way that most often she tends to go towards those sort of toys.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm like, here's a football. It's like, why don't you kick
ball.
this?
The game's on. So Dan, you're nearly at the end.
Nearly at the end.
Nearly at the end. Well, nearly at the beginning.
Yeah.
When you think about it. How's your wife Maddie been? How's pregnancy been so far? And what's kind of your experience like as a husband been while she's been pregnant?
Yeah. Watching over the past 9 months, like, it doesn't look fun.
No.
If I'm being serious, like, it doesn't look enjoyable.
Yeah.
It looks very uncomfortable, and the whole kind of morning sickness, and she had that probably for about the first 18 weeks, 20 weeks, just feeling sick, but not actually being sick, just feeling sick.
My wife was the same. Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, just try and be sick, because it might help.
Yeah.
But I think it was just, she just felt like she was going to throw up, but not actually throwing up. So, and she's just been uncomfortable and along the way as well. And for me, I'm just trying to help out the best I can. I was like, what can I do? I make tea, and she's been brilliant. Like, she's been amazing through it, of just battling through the uncomfortable stage. And there was a time where she was feeling good,
Yeah.
So, like, from my experience, I was just like, just want to make sure my wife's all right through it all, really. I think that's just, hope, just if you're doing okay, like, just tell me what, I'll do anything, because you're doing a lot, and I think she also felt, there's also in her mind as well, she also felt like she wasn't doing enough, like, because she was like not doing the jobs that she would usually do. I'm like, you're doing more than enough here. You're carrying a baby, you're carrying out a child. Like, you got to look after you. The most important thing is to look after you and for our baby. And I think she was, can get caught up in the mind of like, I need to do this job. If I don't do this, then I'm, all these kind of thoughts coming in the mind. I'm like, all you need to do is just focus on you and the baby. Just look after the two of you. So yeah, it's been up and down, but she's been amazing through it. There's one, she's been really good, like, not, many mood swings or anything like that, but, quite emotional along the way. I think, I've been really good, because I'm known as, kind of like, taking the mick out of people kind of guy, including my wife. But I'm trying not to, there's been times where I've tried not to laugh, where it was actually really funny.
Yeah.
So
you wait till you've got a child that's doing something wrong.
I know.
That.
So there was one time, like, we were having pizza in the living room, and she just, like, she'd got this big beautiful black dress on her, and she got the dip out, and she just spilt it all over her dress, and then that was it. Tears. And I'm like, it's okay. And then I'm like getting a cloth, and I'm like,
just holding it back.
I was wetting myself over the sink, like, while I was getting a cloth, and then I'm like, okay, don't compose yourself. Going, it's okay, it's all right. And then I just need to get out of there just to have a right good laugh. But how mean is that? But like, it was just one of those things, and she laughs about that now because it was actually really funny. But it was the little things,
What a great husband that was.
You know what I mean?
Oh, come on.
That's really bad. Maybe cut that bit out.
No, but you hit now, like, right on the head of, because sometimes I felt useless as the husband, because they're going through so much stuff, and it does look really horrible. Like, it's always joked, isn't it? Like, if men had to do it, there'd be no more babies.
Yeah.
Like, we'd see one guy do it, and like, nope, not for me.
Nope.
But it is like they go through an awful amount. And it's like, from that perspective, they're doing it for that child, aren't they? And so there's so much sacrifice up front.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I've got a few questions, because what would be really good is if we could get you back on the podcast on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any sort of expectations or things that you're maybe thinking about, that you're excited about, or even stuff that you're worried about on the other side of 2 weeks' time?
We're going to do expectation versus reality with someone's life.
Oh dear. I mean, I'm feeling all the emotions, to be honest. Like, if people say to me, like, how am I feeling about it and what I'm expecting, all the emotions, like, I'm absolutely buzzing. But there's a part of me that I'm kicking it, because at the end of the day, I've got to keep a kid alive, and like coming away from the hospital will be a massive thing, you know, and I know that, and you know, I'm just doing the best I can with it. I was like, I had the flashback because someone said to me the other day, you know, you're going to be a dad. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a dad. And do you remember that Friends episode where Ross comes in? He's like, I'm gonna be a father.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I know I'm having a baby, but the baby doesn't know that it's having me.
Yeah.
And I just had one of those flashbacks. I was like, I'm gonna be a dad. You know, like I know I'm having a baby, but what does that mean for me?
Yeah.
You know, and that kind of responsibility and everything. So, that's kind of just starting to hit me a little bit more. I mean, as it coming to the time, but expectations, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I mean, I don't know because it's not there for me yet, but it's all going to be very different. Like, it's going to be very different from your experience. Like, even though it's pretty much the same, it's all very unique because it's you and it's this wonderful gift. It's a gift, isn't it? That's been that's there, and it's a miracle. And when I see like the scans, I'm like, this is a gift. You know, it's a miracle. Like, just the whole, all the details around it. It's like there must be a designer around this, and so expectation is just like, I just want to take, as we said earlier, just take each moment as it comes, you know, and you know, just holding it for the first time and just like being like, well, I'm not going to rush this moment, you know. So just taking each moment as it comes, really, and just trying to have fun through it, you know. And I know we will have fun, but I know it's also going to be quite stressful. I think, like, from speaking to other dads around my age as well, that, like, one of my mates recently said, I found it actually quite stressful, you know, the first, you know, 8 months or something. So I'm going in prepared for all of that, really, I think. But I know I'm going to come out next time we talk, I'll be like, well, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? So,
it could be, I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah.
It's easy.
This is easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and like all that kind of, like you've said, it's amazing what they go through, like your wife, and it looks uncomfortable. When she's giving birth, that's a whole new...
Yeah, what do I do then?
Just whatever she asks you to.
Yeah.
Don't make jokes. Try the gas and air.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah, try the gas and air for sure. But like then as well, like you'll remember this conversation. This sounds really patronising, but like you'll think, I know what he means. The level of respect that you have for your wife as she's giving birth is insane, because it's mad. I
mean, even up to this stage, the amount of respect, like, of what she's been through already, you know, it's one of those things. I'm thankful that I'm a guy, you know, but I'm just in awe of how, you know, of how she's done that, and ladies in general, you know, like, of going through that process, and it's natural as well, isn't it? It's what it's been created for, you know, for ladies to go through this process, and it's beautiful, but there's also, you know, there's pain through it, but there's also joy through that as well, isn't there? And yeah.
Has she had any like cravings that you've been able to cash in on?
Yeah. She's got a thing of like Whoppers from Burger King at the moment.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I feel like I've got that craving right now.
I got home from work one day, and like, as usual conversation. So what do you want tonight? Oh, I don't even know what I want. There's been a lot of those conversations. I don't even know what I want. And then, okay, we're just half an hour later, come down and just chat. So, are you okay? How are you feeling? And she just turned to me like really dead on serious. I really want a Whopper. I was like, okay. Like, really, you're not going to argue. She'll go to Burger King. So we went to Burger King and she got a Whopper. So, yeah, she's been pouncing on them every now and again. So, loving it.
That'll do.
Some of them, I just imagine like a pile of them.
Yeah, I'll take them all.
How many? All of them.
Just going into the hospital with a pocket Whopper.
A pocket Whopper. Get that copyrighted.
But there's not been much, you know. That was just one that stood out. I mean, chocolate was, I think, for
that's
a
good one as well.
Yeah.
I feel like I was shortchanged with the cravings. So my wife, first time round, it was fruity sweets, which, you know, not the worst, but not the best.
Not a Whopper.
It's not a Whopper.
No.
And second time round, she really liked the smell of cleaning products.
Okay.
So she was buying like Cif, and
Not sniffing them.
no, she would just clean because her sense of smell went crazy.
Wow.
It went mental, which was really impressive.
Wow.
But she just would clean and buy Cif to clean up with.
So on that, do you know, like smell? So I don't know if I've told you to, but like my wife doesn't have a sense of smell.
Wow.
I think I knew that. Yeah.
Did you know that?
I think you told me that before.
So it's amazing.
And it's not kicked in pregnancy.
No.
No.
She just never had a sense of smell. So, so I'm trying to work out a bit of a deal. You know, I'll be the smeller.
Oh, for the nappies.
The nappies.
I don't think I can get away with that, but you know,
You should.
Do you know what? It's a really strange thing. I think there's a moment where it goes from this is just a baby's nappy. It's just what they do to being this is another human's poo. See if you can spot that moment.
That is so true.
I'd like to see. You'll know now when it happens. You go, that's the moment.
I had a moment like that literally this morning. My little boy
off you. Oh.
he did a poo on the potty, and it's bigger than anything I do.
Really?
I'm thinking, why? Why am I cleaning this up? Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
And I think the first one is like, isn't it like black or something? Like really strong
Yeah, it's like mucusy.
charcoal.
Yeah. It's called marconium.
Yeah.
Or marconium.
Oh,
something.
come on with the knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well.
wow.
It is sticky. Like it is ridiculous. You have to scrape it off. There's no wiping involved.
Scrape.
Yeah. It's just pure scraping.
It's quite funny that this is one of the things I never knew before being a parent, that it was normal to have a screenshot on your phone of all the different types of colours of poo.
Wow.
And so there's like little graphs on Google.
Really?
Yeah. Is there?
There is.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
Wow.
You'll find that you'll just text each other a lot about the poo.
Yeah.
Like just done the worst one, or like when you get back you can do this because all I've done today is deal with poos. Just so much poo involved. But
Look forward to that then. Maybe we can have a conversation about that next time and just say a bit of a reflection on the different colours we've had, you know.
what's the shade?
Yeah.
So what's your car situation like? I know it's proper bloke conversation, but like you've got your car seat in and
Yeah, so I've got a Ford Fiesta, white Ford Fiesta. So, I mean, interesting.
I like that you dropped the colour in.
White Ford Fiesta.
It's the only thing that's white that you can probably keep white once you've
Yeah.
had a baby.
Yeah, but the car seat it does fit in. I mean, weird thing happened the other week. I ended up with basically twins in the back of my car the other week. I was on the way because I was on the way to another church on a Sunday morning, and it was absolutely peeing it down like rain. It was torrential, and to get to the church, they were going on these country roads, and there was a massive puddle at the end of this road that I can see, and I knew it looks quite deep. And the car on the other side was coming straight through, and they got stuck in it. Like water went right in the engine.
Yeah.
And then this lady comes out of the car waving her hand, and I'm like slowly coming down here, and I hear twins, and she, like, I've got twins. I was like, oh flip! I'm about 10 minutes away from the church I was going to speak to. I was meant to be speaking in about like 15-20 minutes, and then she comes out of the car, like literally the engine's clogged because of the water's gone in it, and she's coming out with these twins, and she's like, can I put these in your car? And I'm like, yeah, sure. I mean, pouring down with rain. I'm like,
You're not going to say no.
no. I was like, I was thinking, well, at least it's good to know that they can fit in the back of the car. You know what I mean? So it was a bit of a morning. So yeah, she had to wait until.
Wow.
Yeah. A bit
Not only
random.
find out that your car's good enough.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. I think for me, like, that was a real realisation of I'm having a baby, was the car seat in the car. Like, I'd just see this thing out the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, it's the seat. And, like, forgetting that it was there. That was a real, like, this is real for me once we put the car seat in.
Yeah.
We bought a new car
whilst in the hospital.
Oh really?
Did you just have a showroom?
Honestly, so we had a beat up Polo, and it was a bit earlier than planned. So we were planning to get a new car, and then all of a sudden we just needed one, and didn't have time to look. So just literally rang him up. Oh, great!
Can I have a car, please?
Didn't even see it.
Really?
Yeah. It's all right.
That's amazing.
Dad, just change the tone a little bit.
Yeah.
Change gear.
Change gear. I like
Not necessarily.
Thank you.
Not like a necessarily really deep question, but obviously we're all Christians, and for me, like a lot of the process of like having a baby and was all quite spiritual. Like there was a lot of ups and downs, but also lots of moments of real beauty that made me reflect on faith and stuff like that. Has there been any particular things that stand out for you for your faith in this kind of journey, like good or bad or both?
Well, when I think I just briefly mentioned it, but like when we went to for our first scan, 12-week scan, and you see like the baby for the first time, you know, I was just in awe of what I was seeing.
Yeah,
like there's life there, and I, as I said, I just came away from that. There's just got to be a designer. There's got to be a creator around this, like, because like you know, they're telling you all the details about this is her head here, this is, and all that kind of stuff, and as we go on with the appointments and stuff like that, and we've had other scans as well, and you see more detail, and you just think you're just in awe of it, really. And I just think, you know, there's a verse in the Bible, isn't it, that says I am fearfully and wonderfully made, you know, like, and I was just drawn into that a little bit of like, this is beautiful creation, you know, and it's also a gift, it's a miracle, you know, and just the whole process of it, I've just been in awe of that, really. So I think
that's
just
amazing.
the whole creation of it.
Remember that when they're keeping you up at night.
There's fear.
You are fearfully and wonderfully made.
I found it when you see the
Fearfully
scan for the
tired.
first time. I didn't realise how quickly they can move.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah,
Literally was like blown away by it. But yeah, I think that kind of captures a lot of what I thought through the whole process of just being like, it's incredible, isn't it? That even obviously it happens every day.
Yeah.
But just it's quite magical. Like it's quite special.
Yeah, we had an early scan. I think it was either 8 or 10 weeks. So for international listeners, in the UK we have a 12-week scan, and then we have a 20-week scan.
yeah,
I think we had our first at 8 because my wife had a bit of pain in the side.
okay,
So they wanted to know if that was just growing pain or was the baby growing in a tube in the side. So they needed to establish where the baby was, and they said baby's where it needs to be. Just want to make sure everything's okay. And they got a heartbeat. They detected a heartbeat at 8 weeks.
Wow.
that's mad.
That's mental.
Yeah,
Wow.
That is absolutely crazy to me. I was just thinking there's a living thing inside you that's probably like the size of a 5-pence piece.
Yeah.
That they can detect the heartbeat. Like, how small is that heart?
yeah,
It's mad. It blows my mind.
That is insane. And then, like, I think like technology is so cool. Like that someone's created and someone's designed something that can pick that up.
Oh, it's so necessary as well. Like whenever you have like worries or scares on, which happens a lot in pregnancy, like having that technology. Oh, unbelievable.
yeah.
Yeah. Has it been like smooth sailing pregnancy wise, or has there been any scares or anything like that?
We've had to go in for a few growth scans. So our midwife's been amazing. Like, shout out to the midwives, by the way, because they're incredible. You know, like amazing, and she's been brilliant. But there's every time we go in to the midwife, she measures the size of Maddie's stomach and just the growth of the baby, and there's been times where it's just been slightly out, so we've had to go in to have a scan, and had a few growth scans. So the first time was the baby was growing slightly bigger than normal, as usual, which was all fine, and it kept on saying, yeah, she's going to weigh about 8 pounds, you know. And then the next time we were in, it was like yeah, she's going to weigh between 8 and 8.5. We didn't really want to go in, keep on going in, because the weight kept on going up, and my wife was like, you know, like, how am I going to do this?
It's going to be 3 stairs.
You know, we just don't want to hear anymore.
And is that why she's being induced early?
So we went in literally a few days ago, because the measurement was just not in line with what it was meant to be, and it was a growth reduction this time.
Okay.
So yeah, and it was also showing that there's slightly more fluid around the baby than what it should be at this point as well. So that's when we was waiting around and listening to a doctor and saying, okay, the best thing to do is to go and be induced.
Yeah.
So I think it was because if you leave it, then it could distress the baby later on. So yeah, it was like, well, whatever we've got to do, we'll do it, you know. Which was, you know, quite of a shock, bit of a shock, because like in Maddie's head as well, she had a plan, you know, she had a birthing plan, and like in her mind it's like, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have a birthing pool and all that kind of stuff, and then all of that, it's like, okay, we need to go on the labour ward now. So that was a bit of a shock.
It's a big thing, because you're spending months planning it as well, and it's the first sort of thing as from mother, like they're trying to plan for their baby to arrive, so it's huge. It's a massive thing, but oh man, it's exciting.
Yeah, buzzing.
I was gonna get my phone and phone you as we were doing this, just to see your eyes light up as the phone rang.
No, that would have been me.
I know. I should have done it.
Oh, Dan. It's been so great to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Next time we speak to you, Dan,
Yeah.
you're gonna be a dad.
Yeah. I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing through it, and yeah, I don't know if I'll look as this perky. I mean, I probably don't look that perky.
You might just be wired for all the caffeine.
Yeah, I'm going to get on the coffee. But yeah, so excited, and we'll see how we go over the next week or so. But yeah.
Oh, amazing. Well, just, you know, pray that it goes all right.
Thank you.
And yeah, next time we see you, could be a dad. That's mad.
Amazing. Thank you, Dan, for coming
Thanks
on.
for having me.
Lovely interview.
I said it as we were talking to Dan. I'm just so excited for them. I'm so excited for anybody that says we're expecting or we're trying. It's just such a good, just knowing what they've got to come and what they've got to enjoy.
Yeah, he was eerily calm.
Very calm.
Like, considering that the baby could be coming at any moment.
I should have rang him
He was very
to see
calm.
if he'd still be calm.
I was looking to see if he was like Twitch. Nothing.
No Twitch.
No. I wonder if that will change.
Yeah. They'll be great. They'll be great. I know Dan and Maddie fairly well, and they're going to be great.
Oh, it's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, really excited for them. Really excited for them. And that first poo,
Want the report.
tell you what, he'll be twitching then.
Amazing. We'd really appreciate your comments, your stories.
Yeah, bring them in.
You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Parenting Tools Pod.
If you want to send us an email, you can do parentingtoolspod@gmail.com. And we said it last week. If you are listening outside of the UK, let us know where you're listening from.
Yeah.
We love the international listeners, don't we?
We do, and we would love to know the parts that don't quite make sense.
Oh, smashing. Thank you for listening. We will see you next week.